to get back to our Stephen Biddix. He's been covering Governor Phil Scott's fourth veto of this 2025 legislative session on a bill dealing in the realm of collective bargaining and unions.
Lawmakers are still working at the State House. They're going to be back there next week for the veto session, as well as to vote on an education reform bill. Stephen is live now in downtown Burlington, outside the courthouse on Cherry Street. Stephen, what can you tell us about the reasons behind the governor's veto on this bill?
Yes, Jack and Lauren. So under this bill, some members of the judiciary wouldn't have been able to unionize and join the Vermont State Employee Association. But the issue is the judiciary and lawmakers say they never testified to that being something that they wanted to do. Governor Phil Scott also says there's already backlog issues, among other issues, in the judiciary, and this is not something they needed to focus on right now.
And we're disappointed that he walked away from that.
Governor Phil Scott vetoing a bill that would have made two key changes to unions in Vermont. The first could have added members of the judiciary into the state employees union.
It was about giving supervisors in the judiciary the right to vote on whether they wanted to have a union, similar to the supervisory unit that we have in the executive branch that's been in existence for 50 years.
But Governor Scott and other lawmakers say the judiciary says that's not what they asked for, and the people that would have been added never got to testify, adding it would have created divisiveness and fear at a time when our court system is managing a significant backlog. We should be focusing on improving efficiencies within the system.
They did not ask for it. They did not want that.
The other key component changes the amount of union members it would take to sign a petition to vote to leave a union from 30% to 50% plus one, when right now it's 30% going both ways to sign a petition to hold a vote to leave or join a union.
To allow the majority of a bargaining unit to have the full function of their union and not allow a small minority to constantly be triggering elections.
I liken it to if you're a football player and you play for the New England Patriots and you're playing the Buffalo Bills, it's okay for the Bills to win with 30 points, but yet if you're the Patriots, you need 51 points to win. I mean, that's not right if you're a Patriots fan. So why should it be the same here?
Governor Scott adding on this aspect, he supports collective bargaining, but believes the bill seeks to bolster existing unions by increasing the voting threshold for union decertification, which means it will be more difficult for employees who do not feel well represented to consider their alternatives. The future of this bill remains a bit uncertain, as lawmakers will be back under the Golden Dome early next week for their veto session, but this bill did not have a veto-proof majority when it was roll called through the House, so we'll have to see next week if lawmakers decide to take another chance at it. Live in Burlington this evening, Stephen Biddix, NBC5 News.